are ya? Good to see you again. Back at it on this 20th day of April 2020. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan. Boy, do I need a haircut, Kuntz. And hopefully in a little more than 2 weeks from now, I'll be able to get this taken care of. Longest my hair has been in a long time. It is what it is. Good to see you again. Lots of stuff going on. This was supposed to be the opening week of Apple Blossom Festival. It was supposed to open up on Thursday. Normally Memorial Park would be a beehive of activities, setting up the stage. The various food vendors start rolling in, and they have Chief for a day, and then we would have the Kais Fiber Youth Parade coming up on Saturday and all that good stuff. It's not happening, as you well know. Hopefully, morning charity, by the way. Hopefully, come June or July, we'll have an Apple Blossom Festival, but this is what we're dealing with now, still. As you might imagine, we have some COVID-19 related news, others not so much when we get to the newscast. Beautiful day today, 45 degrees right now, sunshine. Warmest day of the week is coming up today. The high pressure ridge is going to start breaking down tomorrow. We're going to cool down. We're going to get a little breezy. We may even get some much needed rain by the middle of the week. We hope. Fingers crossed. We need rain. We need it big time. There's a chance that we get a little rain on Wednesday. Details are coming up. Plus we got sports. What are the two local big schools doing in their athletic departments? Now that there's nothing to do. Well, they're taking care of some stuff that they couldn't take care of otherwise. Eric had a chance to visit via Zoom with Jim Beeson, the athletic director for the Wenatchee School District, and Russ Waterman, the athletic director for the Eastmont School District. We'll catch up with them when we get to sports. Also talk a little Seahawks. It's draft week, you know. Plus, we have the obscure holiday. We got some celebrity birthdays today in history. Everyone's entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. And in case you missed it last week, I wanted to re-air the interview that I did with Casey Lee, who came up with this brilliant brainstorm, the Share a Meal program, which is really cool. It's an interview you do not want to miss, and hopefully we will plant that seed, get you involved in the Share a Meal program by the end of this program. 3 minutes after the hour. Let's begin where we always begin. Let's take our tour around north central Washington. I don't see a cloud in the sky. It's gorgeous out there today. We hit 68 on Saturday. We hit 71 on Sunday. We had a beautiful weekend. We're going to have one more day of really nice stuff. Not too bad on Tuesday. It's going to be cooler and breezier, and then the system rolls in Tuesday night and hopefully Wednesday. But lots of clouds, cooler temperatures, and maybe a raindrop or two. We need the rain. Outside of that, we're in for a mostly sunny week, with the exception of Wednesday. Again, details are coming up. Sun came up just about an hour ago, a little over an hour ago at 6:02. The sun will be hanging around until 7:58. 13 hours and 56 minutes of daylight. Tomorrow we go right to the 14-hour mark for daylight. Days are getting longer. I just wish we could get out and enjoy it more. Although a lot of people were out and about again yesterday on the trails, trying to enjoy this beautiful weather while they can. I don't blame them in the least. Camera number 2, where are we off to, Megan? We are off to, that's the top of Black Mountain, I believe. Is that correct? So we say good morning to Leavenworth, hanging around out there. Lots of snow still in the Cascades, although the snow melt continues. That's a gorgeous view up there. Is that a cherry orchard right in the middle of your screen? Sure looks like one to me. Of course, cherries are getting the job done. Hopefully they'll have another good year this year. I love cherries. They don't love me, but I love cherries. Good morning to Leavenworth from high top Black Mountain, which is high top Peshastin. Camera number 3. Megan says, let's pay a visit to, oh my, she threw me for a loop here. That's the Columbia, is that the Waterville camera? That's the Waterville camera. Wow, good for me. So that's Antioch way off to the left, I'm thinking. That's a pretty good guess. Way off to the left would be Antioch, Earthquake Point, somewhat in view there as well from our Waterville camera. That's a great view there. I'm glad you moved that because I had to think about it a little bit, but then I realized that's the Waterville camera. A gorgeous view there. Nice stuff. I could just look at that all day. Beats this show. Camera number 4. Hello to, that's the handsome guy from, isn't it, Megan? That's Cole's Corner? Okay, wow. How come I couldn't recognize that, I wonder? No, yeah, Megan says there's a shadow. See, she keeps me in line, and I'm glad she did. So good morning to our friends up at the Lake Wenatchee area, in the Coles Corner area, in Plain, and the Headwaters. Haven't been to the Headwaters in a while. Is that still there? Good morning to our friends up north. Looks like most of the snow up there is long gone. Was that Dirty Face way off in the distance? I think it might have been. It was too much snow. It couldn't have been Dirty Face. I'm sure there's no snow up there. It is just about 6 minutes after the hour from the National Weather Service. Let's take a look at what we're in for. Again, today is going to be the warmest day of the week. Lots of sunshine. Tuesday, a little cooler, a little breezy. We're hoping for some rain on Wednesday. Keep your fingers crossed. But nothing but sunshine today. High of 76 degrees. I aired out my house yesterday afternoon. It felt so good. I opened up all the windows, and the house said, "Thank you, Dan." 49 for the overnight low tonight. We do it again on Tuesday. Lots of sunshine. High of about 70, but it's going to get a little windy, especially Tuesday afternoon as things become a little unsettled. So a little bit cooler, high of only 70. A northwest wind tomorrow of about 10 to 17 miles an hour. Tuesday night, the clouds will be rolling in. It'll be breezy. Overnight low of about 49. We'll talk on Tuesday night, a northwest wind about 17 to 22 miles an hour. Wednesday, about a 60% chance of rain. Very little precipitation if we get any, but we need any little amount of precipitation we can take. We're not going to be greedy here. Bring it on. We need the rain. So Wednesday, lots of clouds, high of about 65. And again, a better than 50% chance of rain, but nothing really biblical coming down. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, 47 for the overnight low. Thursday, we remain unsettled on Thursday afternoon. Still lots of sunshine, high of about 68 degrees. Cooler, as you can see, big cool down, 42 degrees on Thursday night. A little breezy at times on Thursday night in the usual suspects, the areas that are used to the breeze by now. The upper areas around the Wenatchee Valley, the Waterville Plateau, the Columbia Basin. Going to deal with a little bit of wind on Thursday night. Friday, lots of sunshine, high of about 71 or so. Granted, it's a little ways out to really predict what we're going to look at for Saturday and Sunday. Right now, as it stands, quite a bit of cloud cover on Saturday, 40% chance of rain, high of about 70, and then clouds on Sunday and a high of 69 degrees. So today, by golly, if you like sunny and mild but not too warm, can't ask for any better conditions than today. Again, than what we see today. 49 for the overnight low tonight. More sunshine Tuesday, breezy, especially in the afternoon. Going to usher in some cool air. Unsettled on Wednesday, cooler still with a little bit of light rain, we hope anyway. Then we go right back to sunshine Thursday and Friday, although it will be a little breezy at times on Thursday and Friday before more clouds pay us a visit on Saturday and Sunday. So that is your forecast as we get deeper and deeper into spring. 9 minutes after the hour, going to take a quick 1 minute break and then come back with your Monday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
My name is Lacey Haggerty, and I am a nurse midwife with Columbia Valley Community Health. I love all aspects of my job because it is a profession that's very committed to empowering women to make decisions in their health care that feel best for them. It's incredibly valuable to me as a midwife that I get to take care of women throughout their whole lifespan. I hope to see you at a future visit because I know you'll love having midwifery care.
The Meat Shop in Chelan has all the meats, homemade side dishes, sauces, and rubs you need. And after a brief break for a new baby, the Meat Shop will return to regular hours in beautiful downtown Chelan. Deepwater Home Electronics is open on modified hours to serve our community. Verizon phone services, computer repair, installations, and service calls help you stay connected while you are social distancing. Chelan Cellars and Sorrento's Restaurante look forward to seeing you after they're able to open up again. In the meantime, you can share in their award-winning wines by visiting or giving them a call.
Good to see you again. It is almost 10 minutes after the hour. Lots of sunshine, beautiful morning, 45 degrees, mid-70s for the afternoon high. We're looking at clear skies tonight. Lots of sunshine Tuesday. Cooler temperatures, a little breezy at times, and hopefully we'll get some much-needed rain. Certainly overcast conditions expected on Wednesday with highs only in the mid-60s. Let's take a look at your headlines. Both Douglas and Okanagan counties have put forward new plans on hotel lodging and overnight rentals while the coronavirus still threatens to spread. The proclamations follow a similar one adopted last week in Chelan County. Now, there are a few differences, though. In Douglas County, they're exempting private campgrounds from their restrictions, and that ban is scheduled to be lifted on Monday, May 4th. Okanagan County's new rule applies to all campgrounds, and authorities say it will remain in place until further notice. Thefts from rural farms in these parts aren't rare, but stealing a bunch of bees certainly is. Somebody apparently stole 120 beehives from a farm property near George. Owner Dave Smouse with Columbia Pollination placed a notice of the theft this week on Facebook. He said sometime between April 2nd and 5th, somebody made off with 120 beehives along the Adams Frontage Road. The beehives are placed in orchards, of course, each spring to get the pollination going for apples and cherries and so forth. Each hive is stamped with Smouse's state operating number, and his company name is on the pallets. He's offering a reward if the stolen bees are recovered. The Chelan Valley Housing Trust is now taking homebuyer applications for Emerson Village. That's the first townhome development being put together by the trust. The townhomes are available to home buyers who earn up to or slightly more than 100% of the valley's average median income, which is $52,000. The purchase price for each home, $200,000. Each of the 5 townhomes will be 1,179 square feet, 2 stories, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. Emerson Village will be located at the corner of North Emerson Street and East Chelan Avenue. Rachel Goldie is the trust's executive administrator, and she says construction will begin as soon as the permits are approved and the state's shutdown order on residential construction is lifted. Still, no confirmation from officials on the identity of the person unaccounted for, nor for the cause of Thursday evening's fire that destroyed Kopi's Garage, the former auto shop that stood for 120 years in downtown Waterville. Douglas County Undersheriff Tyler Calley said one person known to be at the site of the fire when it broke out shortly after 7 o'clock Thursday night. That person remains missing. The Kopi's Garage building at 116 West Locust Street was owned by Ray and Judith Kopy of Waterville. Built back in 1900, it served as a Ford garage. Back in its day, Douglas County Fire Districts 1 and 5 called out at 7:07 on Thursday night to find the building already fully engulfed in flames. Authorities say the ruins of the building still remain unsafe on this Monday morning. Work will resume today on the $650,000 West Malaga intersection project, with some traffic delays expected until the project is completed. That should be sometime around Memorial Day weekend. The project was suspended back on April 1st because of uncertainties about contractors and materials because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Chelan County is improving the turning radius for large commercial trucks from McEldowney Road onto West Malaga Road. Workers are also installing guardrails, and they're going to widen the road for a future turn lane at Golf Course Road. The Chelan County Public Works Department says the speed limit in the area will be 25 miles an hour during the day, and the road will be limited to 1-lane, flagger-controlled traffic. Fish recovery projects near Wenatchee and Mazama earned $57,000 in grants last week from the State Department of Ecology. The Cascade Columbia Fisheries Enhancement Group is working with the Yakima tribe and local resource experts to restore fish and wildlife habitat on 40 acres in the Wenatchee River floodplain, and a similar 6-acre project at Mazama Park in the upper Methow River. The state money will go towards their public education efforts about both projects. The work is aimed at improving the health of the area's Chinook salmon, the stillhead, and the bull trout populations. Organizers at Wenatchee Valley College had big plans this year for the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. Now coronavirus has forced those big plans for this Wednesday, April 22nd. They're going to have to go virtual. Wenatchee Valley College instructors Joan Kazi and Derek Sheffield gave a Zoom sneak preview of what they plan to do on Wednesday with their very own Jefferson Robbins.
So we had been spending most of the last 9 months organizing a big event on campus, similar to what we've done in the past, but on steroids. Our Earth Day events in the past, and this one in particular, were going to be very community focused. They were going to be very a great way for students to get together and learn more about their connection to the environment.
The student leadership this year at Wenatchee Valley College has been so incredibly supportive and interested and engaged with all the various sustainability efforts at the college. In fact, they came to us with a plan to start a plastic water bottle ban on campus, and we've been starting that work this year at the college, and we're happy to work with the students on that. And they voted in a stipend to devote to this year's Earth Day celebration. So that, I think, is the most important thing I need to say, is that the young people are really ready to take the leadership roles in this effort. I bring in the literary aspect, and in that respect, I'm able to combine the Earth Day celebration with my work as the coordinator of our Visiting Writers program. And this year, I'm excited to say that we have a fantastic poet and naturalist and environmental activist in Liz Bradfield, who will be joining us to read.
Well, this will be a Zoom event because, of course, we can't have it on campus. Campus is closed. All classes are being done online. So students are getting more and more familiar with the online learning platforms that we have. And one of those is Zoom. And then you can join us at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 22nd, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. So community members are invited. Anyone who's interested, I hope will be able to get on. We have 300 potential participant spots in a Zoom call. So I really hope we can fill all of those. And thankfully, we do have digital media that allows us to still be able to talk about these important things.
Finally, on this Monday, schools, of course, are shut down, so the Grant County Sheriff's Office decided it would be a good time to reach out to the youngsters. So law enforcement personnel last week in Grant County began reading their favorite kids' books from their patrol cars and then posting the videos online for everybody to enjoy.
Good morning. I'm Deputy Adam Hunt, the Grant County Sheriff's Office Traffic Safety Team. Today I'm going to read a book. It's called Room on the Broom. It's written by Julia Donaldson and Alex Schiffler. This is a book I read to my kids, and I think you'll like it. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black.
Hey kids, it's Corporal Jason Ball with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Today I'm going to read you a book. It's called Brown Bear, What Do You See? And it's by Billy Martin Jr. and Eric Carl. Brown Bear, what do you see?
Good afternoon, kiddos of Grant County, aka junior deputies, our favorite junior deputies. My name is Deputy Katrina Ball. I work for the Grant County Sheriff's Office, and I've been a deputy for a little over 5 years. I'm going to take a couple minutes out of my afternoon, and I'm going to read you guys a book. The book that I chose to read to you kiddos is called I Like Myself, and it was written by Karen Beaumont. I chose this book because it's about being happy, and it's about being confident and happy in your own skin.
Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. God bless.
A blue horse, a purple cat, a white dog, and a teacher looking at us. That's what we see. Remember kids, listen to your teacher, do your homework, and make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day. Bye now.
I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I am me. That is just a little happy book to get you guys going through your very beautiful Tuesday. I hope that you kiddos are staying safe at home, and I hope that you're getting all your schoolwork done. I know that your teachers miss you so much. When you see your Grant County deputies patrolling your neighborhood, please wave to us because we miss seeing you guys and we miss being able to give you guys stickers. Be safe and tune in next time. Bye.
Bye. That's cool stuff. I like that. That's what's making headlines at 20 minutes after the hour on this Monday, the 20th day of April, 2020. As you know by now, we are practicing social distancing as much as we possibly can and still put together not only this program, but our newscasts. So we come in shifts and we work around each other. The vast majority of my coworkers are working remotely, but they're still working. But we have to do this show and we have to do a newscast. In order for that to happen, we have to be in a studio. There are limits. unfortunately, to what we can do with a preview of tonight's news. Here's the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, a bit of a roller coaster ride for the week ahead in your North Central Washington weather forecast. I'll have those details. And Eric Granstrom will tell you all about the day's sports. That and all the day's news coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan, back to you.
I make a point of watching. I hope you do too. And don't forget, you can also watch it on demand by going to our website at ncwlife.com. We'll have our news up and running right around 5 o'clock. We also post a link to our nightly news on our Facebook page. And you can use our Facebook page to get a hold of us. You can use Facebook Messenger to go to NCW Life's Facebook page and type it in there. Go to our website, click on the Contact Us icon. A form pops up. You can fill that up. Or you can email us directly. If you want to drop us a line to just say hi, or you got a news tip, or whatever the case may be, our email address is news@ncwlife.com. I'm going to take a break and come back with sports, talking Seahawks. It's draft week, you know. Seahawk news is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Stay home, stay healthy, stay safe. Hi, I'm Cody Gillen, and I love to get out in Chelan and Douglas counties for outdoor fun. We have so many great places to go, and exercise is good for your health. But I'm asking you to please, stay home. Enjoy your own neighborhood for a walk. And if you do head to a park or a trail, no groups, please. Remember, 2's company, 3 is a crowd. And when you encounter others, stay 6 feet apart. We need to take care of each other and get rid of the coronavirus. Please help. Together we can do this. Stay home, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
Aging and Adult Care offers many in-home care options and services for seniors and family caregivers. But did you know they also offer free in-home delivered meals? Aging and Adult Care has expanded its program for home-delivered meals to help elderly and vulnerable adults at this challenging time. If you are in need of prepared meals or know someone who could benefit, call Aging and Adult Care for more information about free home-delivered meals. Call 509-886-0700.
Good looking Monday. Sunshine, 44 degrees. We dropped a couple. We usually do a couple of degrees down right after the sunrise. Then we'll climb back up to about 76 degrees with lots of sunshine today. Cooler, sunnier, and a little breezier tomorrow. It's not sunnier. It's going to be the same sun. You know what I mean. Stock Sports must be Monday. David Moore, Seahawks wide receiver, going to stick around with the team for at least one more year. He's going to stay in the fold. The 3-year veteran, who was a 7th-round draft pick of the Hawks back in 2017, signed his restricted free agent tender on Sunday. Moore was one of 4 Seahawk players who were restricted free agents who were then given tenders. The other 3, tight end Jacob Hollister, defensive lineman Brandon Jackson, and offensive lineman Joey Hunt. Now, according to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network, Moore's contract is a 1-year deal, $2.13 million. He caught 17 passes for 301 yards and a couple of touchdowns for the Seahawks last year. Seattle and the 31 other NFL teams can begin official off-season workouts today, although, of course, modifications have to be made because of the coronavirus. The NFL and the league's Player Association last week agreed that teams could hold virtual meetings, virtual workouts, and non-football educational programs for a 3-week period between today and May 15th. Seattle and the rest of the NFL, of course, getting ready for the draft. It's this week. It's a modified draft. The first round of the picks will take place remotely on Thursday. Well, the shutdown of local schools because of the pandemic has actually helped in some ways. For one thing, they're saving money on transportation budgets, no long bus trips for the local teams. And they're also be able to do some maintenance during the school year that they normally wouldn't be able to do. Wenatchee Athletic Director Jim Beeson says they've used this downtime to do a deep clean of their athletic facilities.
And that's some of the good out of the bad is we've taken everything out of our weight room and we're deep cleaning it, getting good and thorough cleaning in it. We've got the bleachers pulled out and we're giving them a good scrubbing and cleaning, disinfecting and getting things done. And a lot of that stuff, because we're so busy during the summertime, doesn't get done in it, and we're busy doing other things. And so we'll be down at the Apple Bowl next week and just making sure all the leaves are cleaned up and everything's taken care of the way it should be, just like if we were going to play the next day, and get everything nice and clean, and the locker rooms and the team rooms and everything real disinfected and clean. So a lot of that kind of stuff, basic maintenance. We're taking our sports med room and the classroom next to it, and they took down the wall and doubling the size of our sports med room, and they're working on that right now. So, but it really is a ghost town when you walk down the hallways and you're the only one here. And I've been in the locker rooms cleaning out the PE lockers and doing things like that I don't normally do until the end of the school year. So it's very different and unique, but it's that way for everybody.
Eastmont Athletic Director Russ Waterman says he too has been able to ask around and to see what they could do that they've been meaning to do, but they simply haven't had the time to.
I had a conversation with Terry Gear, who's our head groundsman, and Sean Tanner, who's our maintenance director, about, what can we do at this point? Granted, not taking our maintenance staff and our custodial staff away from their essential duties to make sure our schools are upkept and clean and sanitized, but there is going to be some work done on Dan White Field, on the infield. There is going to be work done on the stadium, Wildcat Stadium, on just the grass and rehab that. It probably is a good thing that all of our turf facilities are going to get a break for a growing season. Maybe we can get a little bit of action on leveling out some areas. So those are all things that are in plan. But again, we got to work with what, there's some building needs. I mean, when you look at the pecking order of the district's needs from a structural infrastructure standpoint, I'm sure the buildings are at the same as any of our athletic fields. There's probably some times here with kids not in the building, we can get a lot of stuff of that done. So we're working with maintenance to try and knock off a few of those things on our list, and hopefully with the restart in August, or even our off season, we'll have everything ready to go.
You can watch Eric's interviews with both Jim Beeson and Russ Waterman by going to our website at ncwlife.com. Big annual event at the Wenatchee City Pool. Big economic impact is not going to happen this year. I'm talking about the Apple Capital Swim Meet. It was originally scheduled for May 28th through the 31st. It's not going to happen this year. According to an email from Mark Hartley, who is the Velocity Swimming head coach, and I'm quoting now, both our Apple Capital and Starlight meets are held at a venue owned and operated by the city of Wenatchee. The city announced this week that the facility will not open before June 15th. USA Swimming also announced this week that existing sanctions would be revoked through May 31st. Our Starlight meet, currently scheduled for June 26th through the 28th, is in serious question. Velocity Swimming will contact teams by May 15th if we feel that a June date for Starlight is viable. End quote. The Apple Capital Swim Meet draws about 900 competitors. That's a lot. According to the Wenatchee Valley Sports Council, the economic impact is over $300,000 for the Wenatchee Valley, but it's not going to happen this year. Here's what we have on tap for our sports broadcast this week. Of course, it is Great Games of Our Past. Starts tomorrow night. We got Eastmont and Wenatchee boys basketball for back on January 20th of 2017. Eric Granstrom and Steve DeViblis on the play-by-play. We'll re-air it tomorrow for you at 7 o'clock. Thursday is hockey night. Wenatchee Wild taking on the Trail Smoke Eaters. BCHL action at the Town Toyota Center. Art Checker with the call. Again, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Friday, another great game of our past as we bring you one of the many classic boys soccer matches between Wenatchee and Eastmont. This one is from March of 2017 with Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen on the call. And then Saturday, we got a double feature of great games of our past. We have Wenatchee hosting Eastmont in baseball from May of 2017 at 2 o'clock. Then we have Monroe and Wenatchee Valley Thunder playoff lacrosse at 7 o'clock. That match from May of 2017 is right here for your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel. And those are just some of the games that people aren't playing on this Monday, just about 30 minutes after the hour. I had a bunch of obscure holidays to choose from today. Today's Patriots Day in the Northeast. Massachusetts, Maine, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, they celebrate Patriots Day. They're supposed to be running the Boston Marathon today. That's not going to happen. Today's National Cheddar Fries Day. Not a big fan of them. Today is National Lookalike Day. Whatever. Today is National Pineapple Upside Down Cake Day. Didn't do that one. Today is National Bookmobile Day, and I love to read, and I don't know why I didn't pick it, but no, we're going to go with National Respect Lima Beans Day today. Yeah, it's an unofficial holiday to celebrate the lima bean, which are incredibly good for you. In fact, a lot of people claim it's about one of the healthiest foods in existence. I mean, lima beans are chock full of fiber, potassium, iron. Lima beans are actually named after Lima, Peru, but we pronounce them lima beans. They've been cultivating lima beans for about 6,000 years, so it goes back a long time. Originally in Peru, and then it kind of spread all over the place. Really, really good for you. They made it here to North America by the 14th century. We've been eating them ever since. Do not eat raw lima beans. Raw lima beans has cyanide compounds in it. Ooh. You don't want to do that. You want to cook them. Trust me on that. You don't want to have any cyanide. Why do I want succotash all of a sudden? Lima beans. Eat them. They're good for you. I don't like them, but you can eat all you want. Sales of lima beans are up, by the way. I looked it up last week. 31 minutes after the hour. Today in history. Well, every once in a while you got to have a war. So let's see. Spain, you're it. We're going to go to war with you. One of those wars that are all but forgotten now, and for good reason. April 20th, 1898, 122 years ago, President William McKinley signed a joint resolution from Congress saying we want to declare war against Spain, and so the Spanish-American War began. We didn't have any allies. Spain didn't have any allies. It was just mano a mano. It lasted 3 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. What did we get out of it? We got Cuba, which we don't have anymore. We got Puerto Rico, still got that. Guam, still got that. And the Philippines, which we don't have anymore. The Spanish-American War. Yeah. 3 legendary baseball parks opened on this date. That is the headline. It is opening day of Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. It's opened its doors to its very first game on April 20th, 1912. 108 years ago, Fenway Park opened in Boston. On the same day, Tiger Stadium opened in Detroit. They had the exact same birthday. Of course, Tiger Stadium is no longer there. The Tigers moved out before the 2000 season. They tore the stadium down a couple of years ago. Fenway Park is still around, though. It opened its doors 108 years ago today. 104 years ago today, Wrigley Field opened its doors. It was known as Weegham Park at the time. It was actually built for the Federal League, which was a major league that collapsed after a couple of years. Then the Cubs moved in, and the Cubs played their very first game at Wrigley Field on the state. And they won. They beat the Reds 7-6 in 11 innings. So happy birthday to the late lamented Tiger Stadium in Detroit and the still going Fenway Park in Boston and Wrigley Field in Chicago, that toddling town. 59 years ago today, speaking of wars, well, we blew it. Yeah. The Bay of Pigs invasion, which had started 3 days before, completely collapsed in a giant fiasco as the Cuban exiles, backed by the U.S. government and the CIA, simply couldn't overthrow Fidel Castro. Oops. As I mentioned on Friday, all it did was make Fidel Castro go from popular in Cuba to really, really popular in Cuba, and the United States going from unpopular in Cuba to just downright despised in Cuba. The Bay of Pigs fiasco collapsed on this date 59 years ago today. And on a much more sobering note, 21 years ago today, the Columbine High School massacre just outside of Denver, Colorado. 13 people killed, 24 injured. At the time, it was the deadliest school shooting in American history in Columbine, and it happened 21 years ago today. Let's do birthdays. We miss John Paul Stevens. He died last summer at the age of 99. He was the 90th Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. At the time of his retirement, he was the second oldest serving justice in the history of the court. Only Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. Had that distinction. He was the third longest serving justice ever, and he is and was the longest living Supreme Court justice of all time. And he was a very good justice. His writings are very interesting reading indeed. John Paul Stevens was born on this date 100 years ago today. And Johnny Baseball, Tom Mattingly, is 59 years old today. He won the American League Batting Championship in 1984. It was the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player. He was the captain of the Yankees. He retired 1 year too soon. He retired because of a bad back after the 1995 season. If he had stuck around for one more year and made the club, he would have won himself a World Championship ring. His number 23 is retired by the New York Yankees. He is the only New York Yankee to have his number retired that did not win a World Championship. But we love Johnny Baseball. I do anyway. 35 minutes after the hour, I'm going to take a break. Mike McNally's got an opinion, and then we're going to replay the conversation that I had with Casey Lee. The topic, the Share a Meal program. You want to get involved in this. It's a win-win-win for everybody. My conversation with Casey via Skype is coming up. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
In these challenging times, take comfort. Bear Foods is open and ready to help. Take care of your health with our extensive selection of supplements and wellness solutions. Take care of your diet with bulk foods, fresh vegetables, and fruits. Take care of your home with environmentally conscious cleaning supplies and personal care products. We are here to help you take care of everything at Bear Foods, the Good Food Store, conveniently located in downtown Chelan.
Stu Freed here from Confluence Health. You know, we're fortunate not to have thousands of new coronavirus cases here each day. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to keep it that way. If you're not following stay at home and stay safe mandates, wake up. This is the only way to protect our community. Our healthcare workers' safety and well-being are in your hands. These men and women are on the front lines and need your help. We don't have a vaccine. There is no medicine. All we have is each other.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
The Siren Song Winery and Restaurant is open daily with a variety of fresh food and wine options for curbside pickup and delivery. Order by phone or online at 888-4657 or at sirensongwines.com. Hipsy Canyon Winery remains open for wine sales and wine club pickup 7 days a week. See for yourself the most talked about view in the valley and pick up your favorite vintage to take home today. Succession Wines is in full production and open for wine sales Tuesday through Saturday from noon until 4. Check out the latest releases and get wine club information today. See why Succession is the one to watch.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, many American Christians want a Christian president, you know, one who honors God, prays, seeks divine wisdom, doesn't sleep with prostitutes, maybe. Now, I'm all for that too, but we have to understand there are things about leading this country and adhering to the oath of office that don't exactly jive with what Jesus taught us. Now, seriously, when 9/11 happened, did you really want George W. Bush to go to Osama bin Laden and turn the other cheek? You know, being an American and swearing to defend the Constitution are not mutually compatible with Christianity. Sorry, they're just not. Now, interestingly, we had a president some years ago, a very devout man whose life exemplified his Christian values as much as any of ours do, I guess. And this president even continued to teach a Sunday school class while he was in office. Despite this, many right-wing Christians really didn't like him. Yeah, Jimmy Carter, go figure. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
Time to enjoy your pool. Come to Central Washington Water for the right water care products and pool supplies to keep your water healthy, clean, and sparkling. Ready to relax? Central Washington Water has a showroom of possibilities for every budget.
All of us at Patriot want you to know we can deliver your filters for free in our service area. We will even text you when they are on your porch.
We'll give your home a hug.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 6th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. Once again, we are practicing safe television, social distancing wise, as I continue to conduct my interviews via Skype in the studio here in downtown Wenatchee. Casey Lee is joining me from her compound, from her home. Hi, Casey. It's good to see you.
Hi, nice to see you this morning.
It's nice to join you. Before we get into the nuts and bolts about what we're going to talk about, you're a first-time participant on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Tell our television family a little bit about yourself, Casey. Give us a little bit of your background.
Well, I've lived in the Valley for 6 years. I retired from being a law professor at the University of Hawaii and for 30 years. And my husband and I used to come here over by Lake Chelan for several years. And a few years after retiring, we both felt like we'd like to be back on the mainland and be closer to our family. So this was, even though our family doesn't live here, this was a logical place to come because we just love it over here. So that's what brought me here.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad the Wenatchee Valley drug in a couple more really cool people. We have a habit of doing that. Casey, you reached out to me yesterday about the Share a Meal program that kind of just sort of popped into your brain. Talk about the genesis of it. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, as I've told some people, I'm kind of a natural-born organizer. And in the days of COVID, I have nothing to organize because all of my volunteer work has been canceled. And I'm a huge supporter of our local restaurants. And I really wanted to help them stay in business. And I also felt like I'd like to do something for food security for the people who actually during this time need food. And it just, I don't know, it just occurred to me one morning that if I could put those two together with members of the public, maybe something positive could be done. And that's started the Share a Meal program.
So you came up with this idea, and now you're going to go, how do I implement it? Who do I get a hold of? How does this work? Now you have to get into the logistics part of it. Walk me through that.
Well, I started out with a restaurant I go to about once a week, which is San Francisco Sourdough Eatery, because I love their sandwiches.
I love their Reubens. Their Reubens are phenomenal.
They're awesome. So I called Kathleen, she's the owner, and asked her if this would interest her. And she said, yes, definitely would. So that encouraged me to go forward. And I thought, well, I first need to find community groups who serve food to people in need. And somebody suggested Catholic Charities. So I started with Catholic Charities, and they do have programs for feeding people who need food, and particularly the one that moved me was providing food for homebound seniors. They have 30 homebound seniors that they provide food for. And then I was aware of the Lighthouse Mission, and that they had homeless shelters and provided food, so I got in touch with Pastor Sean, and they were also delighted to participate in the program. They feed up to around 60 homeless people every day, and certainly we're very happy to have some additional options for food. So now I thought, well, I have 2 places where the food could go, so now I need to get some more restaurants. And then probably my favorite dinner restaurant is Sweetwood Barbecue. They make the best barbecue outside of the South, where I spent a good part of my life. And Benj was very excited about it and happy to participate. And also Dilly Deli, because those 2 are both owned by Benj and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to try to get a variety of different types of restaurants. So I've been to classic Bob's Classic Burger.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we go to functions at the PAC, we have dinner there first, my friends and I. So I approached them, and they were very excited about it as well. The owner of that is Pete, and
Pete Kuntz, he's a great guy. Yep.
He was extremely excited about it and agreed to participate. And then I actually went and bought a burger at Dizzy D's, because friends of mine and I used to go there. And so I just checked with Dee and said, "Are you interested?" And she said, "Yeah, that would be really, they would enjoy it as well." I was still working on trying to get some other restaurants, but it seemed like I had 5, and that would be a good way to start. And then I was left with I've never done anything like this before, so I was left with the problem of how do I get the word out. So I started with the Chamber of Commerce, thinking they would have some ideas. And I talked to Jerry there, and one of the first questions she asked me was, "Do you have a logo?" Of course, I'd never thought about a logo, didn't know how to make a logo. And she very kindly offered to and made us our logo. So the Share a Meal logo is compliments of Jerry. And then she put me in touch with Lacey at the Together Wenatchee. And so Lacey was also extremely helpful and excited. And she said, "Well, let's just get it up on the website tomorrow." And I thought, wow, that's fast. But what the heck, I want to get it out. So she put the web page together on their web, and also arranged to put it out in their social media. So that launched it.
So you have the restaurants. In a recap, you got Bob's Classic. Again, kudos to the Kuskies on that. I'm not surprised by this list here, by the way, Casey. All of these restaurants not only are great food, but they're heavily involved in the community. With Dilly Deli and San Francisco Sourdough Eatery, Sweetwood, Dizzy D's. I'm not surprised at all. Catholic Charities is on board. Lighthouse Ministries is on board. So you have the restaurants, and you have the recipients, and in between you got goofballs like me, John Q. Public. How do we knit these 2 things together? How do I, as an individual, and how do the people who watch this show help you out and help the Share a Meal program out?
Actually, it's very easy. All you have to do is call one of the restaurants and say you would like to buy a gift certificate for the Share a Meal program, and whatever denomination you would like for that gift certificate. When the restaurant reaches enough dollars within their gift certificates to be able to prepare a meal to meet the requirements of either Catholic Charities or the Lighthouse Mission, they will call one or both of them up and make the arrangements, and then volunteers from the mission or from the Catholic Charities will go and pick up the food and deliver it to back to their group. So it's really very simple. It's just a matter of a phone call, and you don't even have to leave your home. So it really works well in our stay home, stay healthy environment.
So you just call the restaurants directly, you buy the certificate, and then they just basically take it from there. And of course, the more if you go to all 5 restaurants and buy a little bit from each of them, you're going to get them up to that point where they can start bringing the meals out to those who need them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is a great idea, Casey.
Thank you. I'm hoping it'll work. I really appreciate you helping me get the word out to the public, because that's something that's, I think, really important. If the people don't know about it, then there's no way they'll support it. This way, I'm virtually certain that when people hear about it, they'll want to participate.
And who's kidding who, even though one of the reasons that grocery store shelves are not so well stocked anymore is that many more people are now cooking at home, but that can only go so far. And who's kidding who?
Right.
I mean, I love a Reuben at the San Francisco Sourdough Eatery. The burgers at Bob's are fantastic. The burgers at Dilly Deli is fantastic. You're spot on about Sweetwood Barbecue. People want a nice meal every once in a while, prepared by somebody else.
Yes, definitely. And I'm not the best cook in the world, so that's another reason I appreciate restaurants more than the average person, probably.
Anything else we want to touch on? Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Casey, but San Francisco Sourdough has 2 locations. The one in Wenatchee, I believe, is closed, but the one in East Wenatchee is open, correct?
Correct. The one in East Wenatchee is open.
And that's the one you're going to want to call, obviously.
And for Bob's Classic, you can call either the East Wenatchee or the West,
Wenatchee
it's called Classic, Bob's Classic West, but it's in Wenatchee.
Well, I want to kudos to the 5 restaurants who are participating, and kudos to you, Casey, for coming up with this idea and then getting the Lighthouse and Catholic Charities on board, because it looks like we can get these meals distributed to the homebound and the people who need it, who can't necessarily afford it, and it's good food and it's good tasting, and it'll make you feel better too.
And the other thing I'd like to say, the information is posted on the togetherwenatchee.com website, and I'm going to try to get to Lacey today all of the information about the phone numbers for the restaurants and the hours that they're open. We don't have that up yet, but I hope to have that done by today.
That's fantastic, Casey. It's great to talk to you. Thanks for doing this. And if you need more help, if you need more momentum to get the word out, you know where to find me.
Thank you. And one last thing, if there are any other restaurants that would like to participate, they can text me at 808-217-2386. That's
808-217-2386. That's a direct line to Casey. Let's get more restaurants involved. That's a great idea.
Thank you very much, Dan. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Casey. Again, if you need our help, you know where to find me.
Okay.
Okay, take care.
Have a good day. Be safe.
You know you want them. Such great brands, beautiful colors, handbags, jewelry, but Collins is closed for now. Here's a good idea. Buy a gift card from Collins and receive a gift card for yourself. Buy a $100 card, get a $20 bonus card. You get it. Birthdays, friends, cooped up in the house days. It's hard to go without our Collins Fix, but buying a gift card will support this great business, and you have a shopping trip to look forward to. Collins Fashions, waiting for the day to reopen in downtown Wenatchee.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
This is Caitlin Hedersheet, the producer of the NCW Life magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCW Life magazine right here on the NCW Life channel.
Badger Mountain Brewing is proud to announce the grand opening of our new kitchen. Come try out our new menu featuring fabulous steaks, prime rib, gourmet burgers, and seafood grilled up by experienced meat master Chef Galen Goodman. To complement your mouth-watering meal, Badger Mountain Brewing features 14 in-house crafted beers, an alcohol-free root beer infused with 11 different herbs and spices, 3 different ciders, and a great wine selection. Don't miss out on the best meats and the best brews down at Badger Mountain Brewing.
Located at 1 Orondo Avenue across the tracks from the Pybus Market.
Join us for Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCW Life channel. This former police sergeant is plugged into not only the world of the streets, he's an actor and connoisseur of the arts. So join Mike and his guest for, well, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Mondays at 10 a.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m., and Wednesdays at 5:30. It's Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCW Life channel.
Why run all over town when you can get the financial services you need under one roof? The location is 521 Chelan Street right here in Wenatchee. Accounting solutions for success. Insurance from trusted choices. Real estate, the power of the edge. Personal, professional, preferable. It's all right here. Get the edge on your financial needs. Now available in Chelan as well. Get more information at augustedge.com.
And we're back here from Studio 7 here in downtown Wenatchee on this Monday, 20th day of April, 2020. I am Dan Kuntz. As I mentioned at the start of the program, this was supposed to be the big week, or one of the big weeks of the year, locally with the 101st Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, which was supposed to begin on Thursday with the traditional Chief for a Day ceremony. And then we would ramp it up to the Kai's Fiber Youth Parade on Saturday, and then up to the Grand Parade a week from Saturday. Of course, it's been postponed. We're hoping for this summer. As soon as they make a decision one way or the other, we'll be sure to let you know. I think a lot of people are looking forward to 2 weeks from today, which is Monday, May 4th, and that is the day where we're going to get a lot more information because the stay-at-home, stay-safe order goes through Monday, May 4th, and they re-look at it again. They may make a decision before that. They may make a decision after that, but at least it gives us something to look forward to. How about something to look forward to? How about a beautiful day? Let's take you around the valley one more time with the Valley View cameras now that the sun has been up and running for a couple of hours. Once again, the cross camera begins our festivities. This camera located adjacent to the cross at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights as we look at over the Wenatchee Valley proper. On this Monday morning, it was I spent a little bit of time out and about yesterday. Quite a few people on the trails, both in the foothills around the Wenatchee Valley and on the Apple Capital Recreational Loop Trail. But the vast majority of people that I saw were adhering to the social distancing rules. They were doing the 6 feet thing, and a lot of people had masks on. That's good. The curve is already starting to flatten. Hopefully that process continues. Camera number 2, if we're using the same cameras, and I'm pretty sure we're off to Blag, and we're off to Blag, and that's got to be a cherry orchard in the middle of your screen. That thing that sits out there, I can't imagine that being anything else but a cherry orchard. Isn't cherries about the only fruit that's in bloom now this time of the year? I'm spitballing. I'm not an orchardist, but that's a pretty good guess. But Leavenworth way off into the distance. Camera number 3, I believe it's the Waterville camera, looking over the Aniat area. There it is. Aniat way off to your left-hand part of your screen as we take Highway 97A up to Lake Chelan. Aniat calls themselves the gateway to recreation, I believe, is what they call themselves, which was better than Aniat's original city motto, which was stop here and go to the bathroom on your way to Lake Chelan. I like gateway to recreation a lot better. Finally, camera 4. What are we looking at? Yeah, it's back off to the Coles Corner camera. Now I can see what it was. I couldn't make this out an hour ago. Our friends at Lake Wenatchee, good to see you. How are you? All right, got about a minute left. Let's take you through the forecast. Today is going to be a beautiful day today. Another warm day. We hit 68 on Saturday. We hit 71 on Sunday. We'll be at 76 today. Yeah, lots of sunshine. In fact, the warmest day of the year. Clear skies tonight, 49 for the overnight low. Lots of sunshine on Tuesday, but it's going to be cooler as the high-pressure ridge begins to break down and a system comes through. It's going to come in here. It's going to cool us down. Also going to make us a little breezy tomorrow. We'll have a northwest wind about 10 to 17 miles an hour. The clouds will really be coming in on Tuesday night. It'll be breezy at times. Overnight low of about 49. Wednesday, hopefully some much-needed rain. We got about a 60% chance of precipitation on Wednesday. We'll be in the mid-60s. Certainly no sun on Wednesday, but we need the rain. We are way behind on our annual rainfall. We are in a drought, as a matter of fact. Thursday, sunshine, warming up a little bit. Friday, back to sunshine. Then a mixed bag Saturday and Sunday. That's it for this program. Have yourself a great Monday. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.